Okay, good morning, guys. So let me introduce myself. I am Arpan Ghosh. So I will be your mentor for this course. Um, I have overall 17 plus years of experience in the field of data analytics and AI. Uh, Currently, I am working as an head of the Department of Data Science in a fintech organization in Mumbai. I'm located in Mumbai currently. Uh, I lead a team of the entire data analytics and AI practice in my organization. So, a team of data scientists, data engineers, DevOps, uh, entire data squad, some BI developers and stuff like that. I have been associated with previously associated and had the opportunity to work with multiple organizations like KPMG, Accenture, Sony Pictures, Glaxo, and few others, even Nippon. So I have the had the opportunity to work in multiple domains across retail, uh, pharma, telecom, media, and stuff like that. Yeah, I love teaching, which I think makes you connected to the technology, which is ever changing, so frequently with the invent of Gen AI and stuff, which is coming up so rapidly. And I've been associated with teaching as also in the past 3 years, and I have taught over more than 3,000 students as of now and running. Yeah, that's it pretty much introduction from my side. I'd like to have a quick intro from each of you. Let's start with Vidya, and and we move on.
Uh,
Vidya, yeah,
yeah, hi all, good morning. So I have 4 years of experience and currently I'm working in a project wherein we're using LLM. So that is what made me learn data science. I had gone through a couple of videos in YouTube, but I found that there's a lot of stuff, but there's no proper direction to that. So any video that you watch, there's a lot of content, but I felt like I want to join a session wherein I can, step by step understand each and everything and then learn it. So that is why I joined the session. Um, yeah, that's about me. And I'm actually an automation tester in my company.
great. Vinod,
Hey, hi. My name is Vinod, and I got a 20 plus years of experience, and I'm looking out to for upskill whatever I have in my current domain associated with a bank right now.
Kumanan, if I pronounced correctly, Kumanan.
Hello,
I Yeah, quick intro. What you're doing, Kumanan? Working, studying. You're
Hello,
on mute. Yeah.
hello,
Yes, we can hear
hello.
you.
Yeah, tell me, sir.
A quick intro. What you're doing.
I'm a system administrator.
How many years of experience you have?
I have around 15 years.
So you want to upskill yourself and move into the field of data science and analytics, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Gagan.
Yeah, hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Gagan. I have around 7 years of experience, currently working in SRE domain. So coming back from the system DevOps and now in the SRE field. Looking forward for stepping into machine learning and the Gen AI. Looks like that's a buzzword, Arpan. So planning to learn from your experience and expertise, what's happening in the current market and looking for new opportunities there.
Brilliant. Shailaja, if you are speaking, we are not able to hear you.
Yeah, hi. I work as a prod admin, means in the prod support as ACP BO, and I'm trying to upskill myself now. And I have 10 plus years of experience.
Okay. Monisha, you're on mute if you're speaking, Monisha.
Yeah, hi, Arpan. This is Shailaja. Do you hear me?
Yes, can hear you now.
I am from ETL space, ETL data warehousing space, and I want to know more about the generative AI, and it's very quite new to me. So I want to explore like what exactly the session is about. I mean, what exactly the use cases and what I am going to be learning in this.
Great. Monisha, you're on mute. Okay, we'll move ahead. Bhuvana. Bhuvana, you're there? If you're speaking, you're on mute. Okay. Pravalika. Pravalika. Okay, sure. So, I am sure you have gone through the prospectus, and I'll share that again. And today's session is just an introductory session, just to give a quick overview of how the entire curriculum is structured upon, and how we move ahead. Okay. Uh, so as I think Vidya said, she's working in an organization. They are adapting to generative AI, and obviously generative AI. Uh, no, if you see the history, it is not new, but yes, the evolution started quickly uh, with the past. No, it has evolution has happened, and it seems to be a rat race right now, where in the past 1.5 2 years, you see, as we speak, each and every month or so, you could see a new LLM models being published into the and researched into the corporate world. But as I said, it is not new. Why I'm saying it's not new? Because in order to understand LLM, we need to understand from the basics. Otherwise, because these LLMs are are developed, and some are open source, some are paid. Uh, but you need to know the beasts of these LLMs. Otherwise, what happens that you will not be able to understand the core, and then
Hello.
uh,
We are. I'm sorry to disturb. Actually, I'm unable to see your screen.
I'm
Is it
not
share?
sharing anything. I will share my
Oh, okay.
screen. I'm just
Okay, okay,
yeah.
okay. Okay, sorry. I thought it's got disconnected.
Yeah, I will share my screen. I'm just giving an intro, and then I will share. Yeah. Okay. So what we need is to understand the base of this uh, entire LLM, and in order to get there, we need to start from the scratch, and that's why the curriculum has been designed in such a way that you do not have to have a prior experience, much of it, because we will start from the scratch as it starts from the Python, and then we move ahead uh, and learn the basics of your all uh, machine learning, deep learning, natural language processing, and stuff like that. And then we move inside the LLM. So let me share my screen. Hopefully, you guys will be able to see my screen. Let me know if you guys are able to see my screen. You guys are able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so this is what you see in the prospectus, and we had planned to try to give as exhaustive as possible so that your bases are covered, and that's why considering the range of people joining the model, uh, we have structured in such a way that you do not have to have a prior any background. so that you can learn from starting. And if you see, it starts with Python, uh, and if you see this, it involves all the basic stuffs of Python, and we have tried to cover most of this which will be required in your corporate world, even your you know uh, modularization of coding and corporate standard pay standard of coding, which will be beneficial for you to replicate that in your real time projects, which you will be able to do in your job. Okay, so we'll start with Python. Then we'll start with the data analysis. This is the important part of Python, because this is the basic where we learn lots of visualization techniques, lots of graphs, and that is important for your data analysis. Because trust me, when you create a model and you become a data scientist or an LLM engineer or an AI engineer, whatever you say, uh, if you do not understand the data the business has provided to us uh, before doing anything, then it becomes really painful, and it is like a garbage in and garbage out. So understanding the data, and the maximum time of a data scientist or an AI engineer goes into understanding the data properly, and it's like 70 to 80% of your entire workflow time will go in understanding and creating this analysis report. Because basis that analysis, basis their understanding of the data, you need to frame your plan of attack of how you create your model, uh, and in terms of machine learning, deep learning, whatever the use case you are getting, the predictive model. Also along with, if you want to customize and train your whatever the open source model currently we have, like Minstral, Chat GPT, GPT-4 Turbo, Gemini Pro and stuff like that, whatever we have, Gema, these models can be trained, and obviously they need some specialized techniques which we will understand in due course. um, how to train those model with our custom data, uh, specific specifically understanding our business case. And we will do some projects going forward, where you will understand how we can train each of the LLM model. But to go till there, we need to pass through all these detailed basic stuff, because without this you won't understand what is happening at the back end. Okay, yeah, so that's how we will start. We'll do some web scraping also, which will help you to understand how you can utilize, especially in an LM model. Different use cases are coming up right now, where you uh, query a page using scrapping, and then complement that with an LLM Q&A question answering. So that's how interesting it can be. Okay, we'll also move ahead and do a little bit of stats, because that statistics is paramount to understand. As I said, data understanding. We will cover uh, the relevant topics which is important and required for our data science, analytics, and generative AI course, and which we'll be using very frequently while we are creating any especially, and I'll show you today the life cycle of a data science project, and you will see where uh, the knowledge of our statistics uh, will come into, which will help us to do our data processing, pre-processing, I will say rather, um, and understand the data better before we train a model with that data. Okay, a few of the relevant topics we'll cover. We'll also, as a part of data analysis, we will also do some. We'll have cover SQL and Power BI, which is relevant. I mean, not that you have to be expertise in SQL in depth, because that will be not your role, but the basic requirement which is required for a data scientist, because nowadays in corporate if you see, the role of a data analyst is also being taken care by data scientists. So if somebody hiring an AI engineer or a data scientist, they are expected to have this basic data analysis capability, rather than corporate hiring a specific role of a data analyst. Per se, a bigger organization do that, but in medium to smaller size organization, they try to have a single role, and expect a data scientist to have this basic knowledge of doing data analysis using Power BI, creating dashboards, and having that SQL knowledge, which is very basic and um, mandatory, I will say. And this will cover that also. Uh, and give you some insights how you can create few dashboards, and utilize your SQL knowledge to create transform data and stuff like that. So that will also be covered along with that. And then once we have this base cover, like we have the knowledge of Python, statistics, and analysis using Power BI, we will then, as a part of module 5, in a chronological manner, we will start into our machine learning journey. And this is what the core crust of your base will build up for your once you want to reach out to generative AI. This is where you will learn in depth, and we'll go in depth each and everything, different types of machine learning which is there: supervised, unsupervised, and the under supervised. You have classification and regression problem, and for each of them, there are different techniques. Like, if you see, all these algorithms will be covered. Okay. uh, and it will be in depth. I mean, you will be, so the module has been designed such a way that you will not miss any of them if you see everything. So it will be tree based, and ensemble techniques will be also be covered, distance based, everything. So all the most of all the algorithms, we will understand the intuition, mathematical intuition, what is important for cracking your interviews. uh, you need to understand these mathematical intuitions, and the core concept of this algorithm, how this algorithm is working, because that's what in the interview will be asked for. Obviously we will have a coding, you will understand coding, you will do coding, but trust me, coding is very simple. And nowadays, with chat gpt's evolution, coding, nobody bothers much if you know coding good or not, because the the no, the selection criteria, I will say. And I've been taking multiple interviews in my current organizations and previous organizations. So the trend has changed. It's not about how good your coding skill are. It is about uh, how how well you have understood the core concept. Like, if somebody asks you how linear regression works, and in a telephonic interview, which will be your ideally 95, I know 80% of your chances are you will have a technical telephonic interview. You need to you need to make that interviewer understand in a simple manner, like how linear regression works, right? And in order to have that command of making somebody understand, you need to yourself first understand to the core concepts of linear regression. And in a simple way, how can I explain that linear regression, the theoretical, the core concept. So uh, that is how important this module will be. uh, and no, we will cover everything. If you see here, it has been pretty detailed way of uh, and we'll also cover the projects. We will see uh, how experimentations are done, using Jupyter Notebook and stuff. And then how we create a production grade, modularized hooks concept based coding, and which is, we will also implement that in cloud, using free cloud options which are there. using our GitHub, and these use case or projects. What you will do, you can upload in your GitHub, show it in your resume, so that it acts as a you know catalyst for your interview purpose. Okay. uh, yeah, I'll take a little pause. Any questions you have till now? What how the flow is? Any feedback you want to share? Any queries?
Yes, Arpan, what type of LLM models we are going to use? Because every provider has their own set of LLM models. So,
We
like,
will come to that. We'll come to that. I will show you in this flow. Yeah.
okay,
Um, we will try to cover uh, open source, uh, because I know you guys are first timers. You will try to experiment, and I do not want you to know, because the LLM models are token based, the paid ones, so and it can be charged. We'll try to cover the open sources first, and then free of the paid APIs also. We will show you how to utilize it. But yeah, objective is while you are studying, experimenting, let's use the open source. Still, they are free.
okay.
Yeah, that's.
And what about data
Any
ingestion
questions
and
still here?
RAG?
Sorry.
Data ingestion and RAG technologies.
Yeah, we will show that in LLM. I have not come to that topic, but I will tell you it is covered in this module. So, any questions still here? What I've discussed in here and showed you the module.
Arpan, I have one more question. You mentioned about the Power BI, which is a
Yeah.
Microsoft tool. So, is there any other open source tool we can use it?
So Power BI desktop is free. You can use Power. We will be using Power BI desktop
Mm-hmm.
to do visualization practice, and even you can. I will show you how you can publish your dashboard, one HTML file, and upload into your GitHub, so that that can be your sort of a presentable format for your interview purpose.
Okay.
Yeah, Arpan, is the curriculum that you said, the module 5, especially the machine learning, supervised learning,
Yeah.
is it more about theoretical theory kind, or like do we do use cases for every
No,
topic
no,
that's
you will have
mentioned?
theory plus practical. So you will have assignments, you will have use cases, we will be sharing you the practical Jupyter notebooks and explain that, which will be helpful for you to create your own uh, use case for each module. So when I say each topic, so in the module, say like linear regression we cover, right? So say for example, we have a one session of theory, and then the next session will be practical. Okay. uh,
Hmm.
and then post that, whatever the practical what we will be doing, that notebook will be shared with you, so that it acts as a reference for your code. And then after each topic, then we will share a use case uh, to implement that knowledge and create a model using that particular model itself. Say for example, we have learned linear regression. Say we have three sessions of linear regression hypothetically. Okay. Um, and then we try to cover it in the next session. We give you an assignment, which is like a homework for you, which you create your model of linear regression. And as you have the code, practical code, which will be explained to you, done to you practically, uh, which will help you to do that in your as an assignment.
Okay, okay, thank you. So how much time duration that each module gets covered? I
Yeah, so
just
overall 75 hours of duration what we have thought of. Okay. And 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 a 1 hour session each. That's what we are planning on. Okay. uh, and a module base that we will know about. We will try to spread it out basis the content present in the module. Okay.
okay.
Obviously, machine learning module 5, which you see, the content is pretty exhaustive, and also because you guys are first timers, right? So I'm sure the adaptive capability of each students or each participants here are different. So we need to flexible understand so that you guys grasping whatever the core concept is there. The practical knowledge will be provided, and focus will be more on this base, and obviously the next the deep learning stuff, because deep learning and especially natural language processing, that module is your base for your uh, LLM, right? uh,
Mm.
and LLM, once you start doing LLM, you need to understand few of the core concepts, and then the model itself. You will not be able to create a model in LLM because those models are huge models which is there. But what you will learn is how to use those models, right? How to do custom training those models. That's important because uh, those models are already pre-trained. uh, how we will use certain we'll create certain applications, like multiple applications are there, like I know query PDF, chatbots, ATS system. Few of the example I can give you. Okay, we will use API calling, physical calling. Then we will also understand LLM ops, like how we can uh, you know uh, um, there is a tool called Grok, which we will understand, like how we um, enhances the inference timing of LLM model. So all those techniques we will learn going forward, um, and to understand that, you need to have these base clear, so that once you inference with the LLM model, uh, you can vouch on it. How there's a concept of hallucination in LLM, right? So that how to control those hallucination in LLM. All these can only come if you are aware of uh, these things, and that's why the course itself is data science and generative AI. So you are um, at the end of the course, your profile can vary from data analyst to data scientist to AI engineer or LLM engineer. So these many profiles you can vouch for basis the expertise you grow and the more you practice, and you get familiar with. I mean, somebody might love machine learning, somebody might love deep learning, somebody might love only LLM. So it depends on your interest, and but it will be an end-to-end course. After the end of the course, you have this core profile uh, to choose upon, where you want to go into a career path, and then you take it forward as per your choice. That's the uh,
Okay.
major idea. Yeah. Any other
And
questions?
so far, how many? Did Visualpath complete any batches completely? I mean, I see that this is like 3 months plus course. Is that what?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so far, like I know the LLM is pretty new. So is this been like how many batches did go out of
I mean
Visualpath so far?
that detail, I think the admin guys can tell you your point of contacts. Okay.
Okay,
Um,
okay,
and
yeah,
that yeah.
yeah.
Any other questions? Anybody? No. Okay. Okay. So we will also cover the unsupervised under machine learning. So the machine learning model is pretty big. As you see, we'll cover there are lots of concepts, and we do not want to. These are introductory class. I do not want to put you all the jargons and make you bored. But yeah, as we progress, we will cover all the concepts, which is essential to for our larger goal. We will do dimension reduction techniques. We will do clustering, recommendation systems, stuff like that. And then yes, once we complete that, oops, yeah. So we will cover the deep learning, deep dive into it. We'll understand the neural networks, how. Keras and TensorFlow help us to the techniques, and we will understand. So all these we will understand with initialization. So there's certain techniques, and let's not, as I said, let's not you know, pollute our mind with jargons. And these are very very basics, but it will be fun to learn. You will understand how you can create your, and why deep learning came into picture. While we have machine learning who can do similar stuff, we will understand the difference between them. Um, and trust me, once I have seen many students, like, once you have a little intent towards maths and love maths, uh, then once you learn deep learning, you will become a fan of deep learning, and you will try to use deep learning more compared to machine learning. But yes, that's how deep learning is efficient, integrating. It's all about, no, you will see our 8th, ninth class mathematics, how they are utilized here at this level, that you will understand, like those metrics, calculations, arrays. You will see how identity metrics are being used internally. So it will be very fascinating. So, whatever we have forgot, we will brush up, and you will then feel, oh, what we have learned is not gone for a waste. So that's been used internally, and we will understand step by step how this no how beneficial it is in deep learning, and how the researchers have utilized those knowledge of no, mathematics, pure mathematics of metrics calculation, specifically in deep learning, and try to mimic our human brain neuron system, like, how those we have seen in biology, right? So that axons and the electric impulse is passed on between an axon, uh, uh, how that is being utilized. That's using mathematics. That will be very very fascinating to understand that. Yeah, then we'll do with CNN. This is specific architecture which is for computer vision and uh, um, and object detection. As I said, so the role after the end of the code, so you will able to choose your role. So some might love the module of CNN and object detection, and you have seen multiple posts. You've heard of YOLO, right? You only see once. YOLO vision, and especially during the COVID time, you could see that there was some object detection projects. Every now and then people were trying to find out whether the people have wore mask or not, right? There were um, uh, traffic high speeding use cases which you see in LinkedIn sub post of there. So those are all uh, created using CNN architecture. Okay, uh, and then if people get interest into this, they start doing. You can become a computer vision specialist. So that's a niche skill where few of the organizations who are who are product based organization who are into this vision spa. Like I have seen Little Space. If you have heard of this organization, Little Space, um, they they work on this spatial image, okay, and the aerospace sector, and it is a very very fascinating use cases they perform, and I've been lucky enough to be associated with one couple of the use case with them on a freelancing stuff, where uh, you will get fascinated how in aerospace you are able to use your CNN knowledge to detect something in the planets. Okay, and that's how exciting, and and the processing is done all in the space. I mean, you take the image, you do your write your code, your model do the stuff which is expected to. It is processed there in the uh, you know uh, in the satellite, and then it is passed on the information to the business. I mean, so fascinating. I mean, you will see there how uh, those organizations are using, and they have a high demand for computer vision specialist on this role. Okay. Yeah, so we will do this, and then comes our natural language processing. This is very important. We will understand all the stuff of NLP. So there are NLP in two ways: NLP in machine learning and NLP in deep learning. Especially deep learning, the RNN, no, this called recurrent neural network, and LSTM. It is long short-term memory. So these two are the base of your generative AI. I know you guys are fascinated with generative AI, but if you see, the model is structured so that your base is ready, then you dive into generative AI. Otherwise, what will happen? No, uh, you will just code, and but you will not understand or debug any issues which is coming on generative AI, and the main crust of generative AI, why we are using generative AI, those model and what functionality. So this module is important for people who want to focuses career on and want to become an AI engineer role. So these profiles, skill sets are different. As I said, data analyst, data scientist, computer vision specialist, AI engineers. Okay, there is something called ML engineers. Okay, so all these roles, they have a specific skill set specialization, and people who are AI engineers and want to work on generative AI specifically. Uh, for them. And I think somebody, I forgot her name, Vidya, I guess. Yes, Vidya, as she said that she has her organization working on LLM. If she wants to work on those projects, you have to focus first on NLP. Uh, because why we have separated out the NLP from machine learning? Because NLP, how it works, the pre-processing of the textual data is different compared to our normal structured and unstructured data what we have. That's why you need to focus more um, on this particular module, so that you understand the basics of this, and then only we will move into generative AI. If you see here, we will cover the start from the basics of generative AI, and then we will cover the autoencoders and the GAN, the generative prompt engineering. We will understand, and we will use the uh, interface called uh, LangChain. Okay, and we will, as somebody was saying, the RAGs. We will also cover the RAG topics here, and it's pretty everything. I mean, no. We will no we will use LLM for predictions, for chatbots, for applications, and then focusing mainly on custom training, which is important for your LLM model to cover. Okay, we will, as I said. So if once you understand the LSTM and RLM, the architecture of your LLM models also will be clear for you guys, how the transformer based architecture. We will also go through some of the few important research papers, like the most important one in case of this LLM is attention. That's what you need. So that is a very important architecture paper, and how that evaluation, that architectural research paper help us to evolve gradually from into this LLM model. That all topics we will understand. Prompt engineering. Once you learn prompt engineering, you will understand LLMs is as good as the prompts you are providing. So if you do not provide the proper prompt, and you will see variations of prompt, you might get a very rubbish result. So and you can test that out using your chat gpt. I'm sure all of you uses chat gpt. If you see, it's all about the prompt, right? The way you ask questions, and basis the question, the answers are coming out, right? So that is all about prompt engineering, and it is very, very important to understand how to customize prompt. And you will see the, as a coder, uh, you have to understand the business area. In terms of business, might not uh, tell that I cannot ask a business to write. For example, I'm writing as in a chat GPT, for example, right? Act as a data analyst and analyze the data and share a report. So that is the prompt which has entered, right? You cannot ask in an application of your organization for the business to give such a precise and definitive prompt, like writing so much text. And trust me, the business will become very stubborn and say there's too much of workload. So how to customize this type of prompt, and how you can use your coding skill to make this prompt flexible, so that it benefits both the users and your and your application. So that is how you will we will understand this stuff. Okay. We will evaluate the LLM performance topics also. We will work with clouds, and then how we can deploy that on cloud. And then as I said, so um, we will cover a few of the AWS and Azure. If you see how we can use it, obviously you will need your few of them are chargeable, but we will show you, like, no, you can just but very nominal charges, like you do it and stop the application immediately just during the practice. You practice all those stuff and cover those, so we will understand how you can utilize, leverage the cloud, deployment stuff, and which will be helpful for you to uh, showcase your predicament in terms of whatever work you have done, and you want to change your career, as a POC stuff. You can show these projects and how it's deployed in your GitHub. That will help you. Uh, okay. Then we will understand, like, Chat GPT, how it is working, how the backend stuff of ChatGPT works. We will leverage few of the libraries called Hugging Face, if might somebody have heard, uh, which is an open source, where you will see multiple LLM models are currently present there. How we will utilize those models. We will have lots of API key generated, which are free, and few of them are chargeable, but that is token based. I mean, if you do not use it, pay per use sort of a thing, you won't be charged anymore. Uh, yeah, and that's it. I mean, that's how we will. So we'll have a 16 module total, and we will see interesting stuff as we move ahead on the generative AI stuff. Yeah, I'll pause here. Any questions for people?
Arpan, would you mind showing any kind of use case on any kind of environment? I am kind of curious to see what exactly would be done.
Yeah, you will come as as you start with the module, and we will implement those use cases. Currently, you know, in my laptop currently, I do not have that. Okay, but
Okay, okay.
yeah, but
So it's all on the cloud, or do we have to have any kind of
that's
setup?
what you will show it as. Once you go ahead, you will see you can implement on your system. Okay,
Ah,
uh, on your laptop. Uh, and then that's what I said. Like, it will be through API based also, and there is a uh, on a tool, I will say, called Ulama, where you can download those models. And obviously, you need to have a good configuration if you want to have a physical file enabled, like the LLM model, because those are like big size models. But
uh-huh.
both the techniques we will show you. Like, if you have
Okay.
API connectivity issue coming up. That is one way. Otherwise, a physical way. I mean, you download the model in your laptop and then use as a physical thing. You can use that as a physical locally at your laptop, but also uh, we will use Streamlit, okay, where you can deploy that in a Streamlit cloud, which is free, and also your front end application, it will be auto created. Few lines of code. I mean, nothing major. So you do not have to have proper HTML knowledge also to create your page application page so that user can see what is there. So that Streamlit will help us to do.
Okay.
But we will do that. I mean, no, as you go in, we will share the code with you. You can, as I said, querying PDFs, multiple PDF. That is one of the application we will do. We'll create an ATS system. That is one of the application we will do. Then we will create a chatbot. So all these codes will be shared with you, and then you can experiment and modify, customize basis the use case what you want. Okay, and we will use Hugging Face API. No, all those applications you will see how it is done. So it is pretty interesting. But don't worry, all the codes you can do it by yourself also, and we will show you how to do. So it will be shared.
Okay. So all this could be done in 75 hours, 75 days, you mean? 75 hours. That's all, right?
75 hours, yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, that means it's like only Monday to Friday.
Monday to
Uh,
Friday, yeah.
1 hour a
That's
day.
why we will be no, we will explain the code, we will share, because obviously you can understand, like, coding in 1 hour is difficult for all of you guys, right?
Mm.
So we will explain you the code, we will give you the code, we will ask you to, implement it there, and the next say, weekly assignments will be there, right? So of your off time over the weekends, once you get the time, that assignments you need to submit so that we can evaluate what type of you know uh, how you have tried to implement and practice. So that assessment will be done. This is that assessment, no we will be able to judge your understanding on that command, on that topic what we have covered for that week.
Okay.
You will get an assessment for each module, so don't worry. I'm sure, at the end, I'm sure you will say enough of assessment. So you will get the
Okay.
assessments. Yeah, you will get the code. But yes, what we need from you guys is a commitment, no and no stick to it, because new thing, you will face some hindrance. Obviously, some topics you might not understand properly in first reading or stuff like that, but you have to be patient enough, committed enough, and obviously you need to devote time. I know you people are working, but as you have decided to take a new course or new transition, you need to devote a little bit of time, and some might need more time. Obviously, the this is the grasping power of each people. So you need that more time to invest, apart from the schedule hours of 75 hours, which will be obviously, it will show you the direction and the given all the assist to you to learn. But definitely, apart from the 75 hours, you need to devote yourself more time to practice, to read through
Okay.
the notes which will be shared, uh, because that will create your base for cracking interviews. Ultimate goal is to crack interview, right? And get a job which is relevant, which you feel like. And after ending the course, see, and it is pretty clear, like, everybody will not be master in all the modules, right? It is not possible to be expertise in all the 16 modules. It is that you will be, the base. Some module you will be expert on, right? And some topic you will be expert on, and that's what you have to focus on your career. Like, I want to become, that's why I said you will have 4 or 5 job profile ready after the course, and now you have to decide on which job profile I want to target on, or I love doing it, right? So then you provide dedicated time to mastery that particular module or the topic, and then you search for jobs, and get look for those specific areas, like, as I said, somebody will be focusing on LLP and LLM. Somebody might be happy with the machine learning and be a deep learning and data scientist. Okay, so you need to focus on specific interest area which you love to, and then give the dedicated time to that.
Okay. So this course, like, do you say that we will be, I mean, having some other IT backgrounds? So do you think like this will really help us to set up properly in the job market to face the interviews
Yes,
and
yes,
crack them?
definitely. See, I will tell my background. So I do not have a BTech degree. Okay, I passed out from
Mm-hmm.
Bangalore, Ramaya College, as a master's in biochemistry. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and then I started job in Bangalore, and then I suddenly, while working in my pharma company, and you might have heard of Jubilant Biases in Yeshwantpur. So uh, I got fascinated with some data stuff, and I one day one of my project manager told me, "Can you curate this data in Excel?" And that's where my intent and interest started
Okay.
long back in 2007. At that time, I was not aware of this data science. I was not aware of SQL also. Okay, all I knew was an Excel. Then some of my colleagues said, "Why don't you try? You might have. I don't know whether you guys have a base SaaS, SAS, not SaaS. There's a
Mm-hmm.
SaaS company, software as solution." Um, and they said, no, there's less coding, you will not be trouble enough, no much of coding, you will get a good pay hike on that. And then that's how it started. I mean, I started there, from learned from an institute like you guys are trying to do. And then but what I did is, I started practicing. I learned few stuff from that institute. Then I practiced a lot, started giving job interviews and all. And then I got a chance in Accenture Mumbai, and from there I shifted to Mumbai and been lucky enough to get opportunities to work on the stuff. Yeah, and then
Mm-hmm.
you know with once you're in the corporate, you will get exposed to multiple other stuff basis the use case and your no, but you have to stick to that domain, right? No,
Yeah.
I want to go into data analytics, into data science, so you have to stick to that domain. And trust me, when I was a fresher, it was very very difficult, no, in a company like IT service provider like Accenture. You cannot command or demand, I want to be there in this domain, but it's hard. But that is
Mm.
how it is. I mean, you have once you do that, it does not matter. That's why the module is structured like that way. It's a, if you have an IT background, you have worked on IT before, that is an added advantage. Like uh, you might draft the module in 1 hour, while a non-IT, obviously he will take, he or she will take a little time, but doesn't matter. I mean, you do not have to be, even as when I say statistics, we will start from base as what is mean, what is median, what is mode, right? We will start from there. So that it's all been covered eventually.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
And obviously, as I said, the profile, the job market, if you see, currently in the next 5 to 7 years, I will say, um, there's a boom in this space, right? And if you start now, and hopefully uh, by mid of this year, you guys are in a position to uh, and end towards the end of the year, uh, you are guys in a position to change, change the job, right? So uh, that is paramount. And if you see, and I'm sure you guys have researched and explored it, the role what I said, um, are are really high paying roles, right? So that is an added incentive you guys can see, and make the transition. And people I have seen, many, so many of my students, uh, and they're pretty fresher, and you guys are already experienced. So it is how you can leverage your experience in your resume, and so some people, as I said, 20 years, some people are 6 years. So it is not that you suddenly become 0 years of experience, right? So you have to leverage this 6 years of experience in such a way in your resume so that that experience counts and you get that relevant package in your next hike what you do. Okay, so that is how it should be framed upon. And I've seen people getting 100% hike, some people got 150% hike, some people got 80% hike on this when they try to switch careers to the other module. So yeah,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
pretty exciting.
Hmm.
Any other questions before we
And one more thing. So, would you please break up the hours? How much you will cover for each module? Because I want to see how much time would be allocated for Gen AI.
Yeah, I think that so that the team of Visualpath will provide you in I think in the website or somewhere else here.
Okay. I didn't see actually. I went there, but it
No,
just
currently it
mentioned
is
the
not
top.
there, but I think yeah they can put it up somewhere.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. That's all I have.
Okay, any other question, guys, before we hang up for today? Okay,
Something good.
thank you so much. Yeah, somebody was speaking. Vinod, any questions you have?
Nope, I'm good.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Have a great weekend ahead. We'll catch up soon. Thank you.